Morning. I got morning voice. I got bed head, sleepy eyes. But why not, right? Got some plans. I got some stuff to do later today. TKE goes on in he goes on at 9:30, but that doesn't mean he'll be on at 9:30. He might not be on until 9:40. God, I wish I could do this. No. It just doesn't want to flip. There is no flip. I implore thee. How do I flip? Greg, speaking of the flip, the Vander flip, I can't rotate back. I've done several of these lives, and you could read my shirt. Everything was correct. I don't know what I did, and then all of a sudden they started being backwards. I can't switch it back. I can zoom in, I can turn to the other camera, I can add effects, I can turn off my sound, I can make a clip, I can push every single button on here. The struggle is real. What's up, Greg? What's up, Eric? It's even too early on the East Coast. My eyes, I'm tired. I just wanted to bump on for a little bit before TKE started. I'm doing a couple things. What's up, Fred? And yeah. So Eric, I am today or tomorrow, I am going to do a couple more tests with some acid etching, and then I will show you the results of said tests, and then we can determine if we want to try to do something with your blade or not. I know it's been a couple of weeks or whatever, but I do want to get it back to you. Good morning. Fred's playing with his Clydesdale. Right on. Clydesdale is cool. That is my other custom that I'm working on for Stacy for the last month. Actually, I haven't been working on it. It's been on deck. Look, switched. My coffee's a little too hot instantly. Cold Red Bull. Morning, Kathleen. How are you today? What's going on? Anybody having some fun plans for the weekend? Got all day today, all day tomorrow. What's the temperature like where you're at? I'm in Minnesota. It was like 8 below and 2 below yesterday. It looks like it's going to be 30 today. So in Minnesota, if you have a couple days of like 5 below and then all of a sudden it's 30 degrees, it feels hot out. See people not wearing jackets outside. Oh, I still haven't got that email sorted out. I think I changed in some stuff on the other ones, but I don't know. Do you have an Instagram? Because if you do, get a hold of me on there, KDKIN4K, KDK in 4K, and yeah, then we can start talking. I apologize for that stupid email. Yeah. Fred's in New York, a little cold today. Going to CT to visit a knife store, then out with the wife. That sounds like a nice little day. I wish I had more knife stores to visit here. I don't. I haven't posted my video yet. I'm a little behind. It's uploading. But this is my new case. Wow, I gotta zoom. You gotta get way up in there. I picked up a new case, Peanut. Got a little age and patina on the blade, but the blade's actually in pretty good shape. I noticed it's been sharpened a bunch, so right around here it kind of has a little bit of a recurve. I tried to start putting an edge on it, and I think I'm going to have to go to a lower grit. I didn't hit it on the 200 very much. I went to the 600 pretty quick, but I think if I go back to that 200, I can reprofile that out a little bit. And there's the small blade right there. Never really was into the slip joints as much. A lot of people have asked me about case knives. I did buy the Sodbuster Junior from my Fleet Farm recently. Kind of enjoy it. I like the way the Delron handles feel. You know, it's a synthetic handle, but it's just got this buttery, it's like soft and it feels good. I don't know, I like it. Anyway, so I had the Sodbuster Junior. More people were asking, oh, do you have any case knives? What kind of case knives do you have? And so I started looking, and none of the new ones really jumped on me all that much until I saw the same ones old. And then I got a little more like, oh, okay, what's up, Clint? And this one's not super old. And if you look, it's funny because you can't see the whole stamp. If the blade is fully open, see how the case stamp is like covered up by the bolster there? But if you fold them halfway at their half stop, that's when you can now see it. I apologize, it's backwards. If anyone knows how to rotate that, I've looked it up, I've typed it in, I have done a research on the Reddit. Every time I have anything that looks like they're going to be able to help me mirror image this, it's only for a video that you've already made, or a photo that you've already taken, or how to do it on Facebook. There is nothing on YouTube or anywhere talking about YouTube live, vertical lives, and mirror imaging my photo or my video so that this twins is not backwards. This case is not backwards. The first 20 that I did were not backwards, and then I bumped something, which means I bumped it either I bumped something that's so easy to change it, yet it's some weird thing where you have to double swipe to the right or something where there's no actual button for it, or YouTube did a change and they don't actually allow you to do that. I'm not sure that makes sense, but on my phone, I have a Galaxy Ultra. It's a new phone, and I haven't been able to now rotate it back, rant over. I wish I knew. Sip of coffee. Woo. I think my chat froze. Let me refresh this quick. Or there's just a few of us on here and we're all just chilling in the morning. All right, Eric's going to get a hold of me on my Instagram. Yeah, I really only use it kind of for knives, my knife channel stuff. And now I look at some knife content on there. Fred says there's very few stores in New York. There's one in the Diamond District, upstairs from the jewelry stores. Otherwise, you got to go to CT or PA. But that's not too far of a drive, right? Those states in that area, it's a little bit smaller. Good morning, Rick's Knives. So now that one's going and this one's not. Do people still eat? No. God, I can't even stinking chat. All right, my chat, of course, is doing it again. Should be a setting on the camera app. On my actual camera app, I looked that up. I found some videos on that too. And they're like, oh yeah, go into your camera app and force it to not rotate your image on your selfie camera. Well, then what that does is then I take a picture with the selfie and then it doesn't rotate it back to normal. It's like, well, that's not getting me there. I appreciate it, Addicted to Blades, but I'm struggling with it. This is my biggest knife. This is a Rough Rider Crown Stag Bowie, 10 3/4 inch blade. Beastly. Good morning, Justin. How are you today? So for all the diehards in here, the real deals, the Bill McNeils, not trying to just throw it out there to the world, but we were talking about doing a little Secret Santa kind of exchange for those tight knit in the community. If anybody's interested, some of these names are pretty familiar to me. I would consider maybe tossing you in the pot. What's up, B Shady? What's up, Dang? Do each of these objects have different names? They do. Do you know the names of all your children? Well, I do. Sometimes I forget. Like I picked this one up right here at random and I'm like, oh, this is the Civivi Cache. This is the Civivi Cache. Flicks out nice. Sometimes I will have to go back and go, okay, what was the blade steel on this one? I think it's 14C. I could be wrong. Nice flip out. Nice fuller. Boom. I did the die on that one. It was white. Nice texture on there, that kind of frag pattern, but there is a texture on each square there. You can see it. See a little texture within the texture? This is a really nice knife. I like it a lot. The action's fantastic. Feels good in the hand. Great slicey size. My problem, well, it's not a problem, but it's a pocket damage, or it's a pocket destroyer. You can see that where the pocket clip is going over that texture. That texture feels good. It's rough though. So when you go to put it in the pocket, that's going to scratch your seam and slowly wear it away a little bit faster than one that has a smooth surface, or they'll, a lot of times when they have texture like that, they'll make a smooth little patch like on the Demco. So I flipped the clip to the other side, but right where the clip hits, they've got that kind of raised soft area so that it slides in and out of the pocket a little bit easier. I'm not going to get the Demco out without opening it. Who's got a Demco in their life? That Shark Lock is fun. Just good stuff all around. I'd love to get a premium version. Someday. Someday. Is there a bigger one among those items? I mean, I've got the big old Bowie knife. I've got my classic favorite, the Buck 119. Handle thick as a beast. 6-inch hollow grind blade right there. Oof. Happy birthday, Mohammed. I have an MG 8020 and OD green G10. Fantastic. That sounds great, Nick. How are you doing this morning? Look like the bad guy from Three Ninjas. Ha! I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That is fun stuff. Yesterday was Friday the 13th, so I kind of got out all my like Jason approved knives. This is my Kaiser kitchen knife, Beast. It cuts up real large things. You got a huge pepper or tomatoes or lettuce, or I don't cut up lettuce. Am I kidding? The Demco brothers are innovators. I wish OG, the original goat, put the spot on their scales. Yeah, but you are getting some custom. You just deal with it. You just deal with it. It's going to slowly tear away, or you get some pants like this that have a thicker seam in that section right there. You can see there's an extra seam, so it wears slower. But then what happens is, okay, so in 6 months, a year, or whatever, your jeans wear out. Fine. Buy a new pair of jeans. Can't let the knife suffer. Ghostkeeper, what's up? Love the Civivi Cache. Never died G10. I have 59 die videos you can check out on a playlist if you need some advice. But it's pretty easy. Just toughest part is basically taking the knife apart. If there's buttons, like a button lock or springs and stuff like that, that's your main issue. You get it apart. You just got to just heat up the die, throw it in there for 5-10 minutes, take it out. It's really pretty fun. I'd be happy to give you any info that you might need, but I have a bunch of those videos so you can check out a couple and watch them. Go pick up yourself a couple bottles of dye, a couple containers to save them in, because you can reuse the dye over and over again. I want to get a set of Day-Glo G10 or Lexan. Definitely Day-Glo for sure. You guys see those knives Aries is just finishing up. He's got all the handles in that glow material, and they are cool. I don't have any glow knives to my knowledge. Got one and a wire clip replacement. Wait, oh, I just ordered a couple. Lynch said Stevie clips. Nice. Get that new Bowie knife yet? Have you not? You haven't seen this one yet? This one right here? The Crown Stag Bowie. Oof. Absolute beast. Edyards, and Edyards. We're not Edyards. All my Jason approved beast knives from yesterday. My SOG Seal Pop. This one's pushing 20 years now. Someone else, I think, was a Dan Stan. Somebody said they have one of these. I've had this forever, and I never used it. Dan Stan. What, Kenman? I love glow anything. I'm a sucker. Anyone get the V2 TPK Stouts? I did not. Good morning, Ed. I just lost my train of thought. Ice fishing season is about to start, and I'm excited for it. And I do have a lot of glow items for that. I have a little ring. I use a flashlight, like a UV flashlight, and then you take your lure that glows, and you just hit it with the flashlight for a few seconds, and it stays glowing for several minutes. I do have this little ring that has the glow light in it, so you kind of set that on your stuff over there, so then while you're fishing you can pull your line out and just kind of drop the bait in that ring for a couple of seconds. So it's kind of basically, it's like a hands-free glow flashlight for your baits. Oh, ice fishing season is about to start. We're planning our trip. It's going to be in January, be up north Minnesota for several days. And I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I'll go live for sure. Morning, Ralph. How are you today? Robo Steve. No, you see, that's complete opposite, Robo. See, I invite the girls to the house, and they see the knives, and they're like, oh, and then they run around and just have a blast. Something like that. Something like that. Well, that works. Robo, you're like 7 feet tall. You should be able to just be like, what's up, ladies? How you doing? Come on over. Can I borrow some knives then? Yeah, that's what it is. They seduce me, take advantage of me. I fall asleep and I wake up and I've been cleaned out. I came here to do two things. Look at luscious locks and sharp pointy things. Looks like I'm out of pointy things. Here's one. I would never. Never. Robo 7 feet tall. They just invite me over to hang pictures and dust the top of their fridge. You don't get a reward? Payment for services rendered? Something like that? So, my new case. I ordered another one. I found a case knife. It's a 3-blade. I can't remember what it's called now. But it's got 3 blades on it, and it's from the year I graduated high school. And from Alaska, too. So it's shipping down from Alaska. I know there's some Canada shipping issues, but in Alaska, Do we just skip Canada? Is that how that works then, since it's US to US? Trapper, maybe? It is small. I know that the handle is only so big. Give me a second. I can grab my... crap. Of course, that's not up, so I can't do that either. Yeah, it's basically similar in size to this. There is some bumps in the center, and then it has 3 blades on it. But it's probably only a 3-inch. You know, it's similar in size to this Peanut. It doesn't really have the wave, the little curve to it as much. I think it's not a canoe. It does look. I would say, if anything, it probably looks as close to like this old timer. This old timer is a little different with a little bit of curve in it, but it has that 3 blades on there. I suppose I could go like this. Give me a second here. Oh. Can pop that up on there and hit my mouse and go to, if I could see that far away. I'm doing stuff and I can't purchase history. Stockman. It's a Stockman. The Case XX USA Stockman 6333. Folding pocket knife 3 blade. So that should be coming, I don't know exactly, because it's holiday season, so you know shipping always gets a little delayed. And it is coming from Alaska. Although it says estimated delivery December 17th to the 23rd. So there's that. Hi, Stacy. Can't see chat at the moment, but I'm here. Stacy can't see chat. Everybody say hi to Stacy. And then I'll read them all to her. How are you doing this morning? But yeah, new Stockman coming in probably a week or two. Plus I've got my Squid Industries should be here. It says Monday, but I'm assuming anything right now, if it says Monday, it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't believe USPS in any of their estimated dates. It's fairly true. I mean, normal time, I order a lot of stuff. Normally, things will get here approximately on the correct date. Often, I've gotten things a day early sometimes. It's the things that take longer tend to be new releases, you know, because sometimes, like, they'll have that new release, and so you buy it, but it doesn't actually get shipped for another week after you purchased it. I have a package that it should be here Monday, still not here. Yeah, I had a couple of those last week that just, it was the worst. There was one from my Secret Santa that took a few more days than it was supposed to, and I think it was in town, and then it sat there, and you're like, come on, out for delivery. It was in Minneapolis and St. Paul, then back to Minneapolis. I know that there's priority lists, so it kind of changes, and so sometimes it gets scanned, and they scan it, and they're like, oh, it's not as high priority as these other 5 packages, so then it ends up sitting there for another day. Which that's, you know, what do? We're tied. We order it and hope. I mean, you can pay extra to have it FedEx or to have it overnight or have it whatever, but you know, you're paying extra for it. And most stuff I get is like free shipping or the cheaper shipping. You're kind of at the mercy of how it goes. Rolf lost 2 knives in the system, can't be retrieved. Hopefully they show up. When I sent Lanyard Man a couple knives back, now I won't be shipping large quantities of knives or expensive knives, at least without a little bit of insurance on it. It was like 4 knives, and one of them was the Golden Design Works caliber, which is, as you probably know, quite expensive. Dwayne Letterman. And the tracking number never came up. It said package location unknown. Check for updates. Generally, updates occur within 30 minutes of you dropping your package off at UPS. Well, that's what it was telling me like 5 days later, and I'm like, oh my God. Now, first of all, I'm going to have to cover all these knives that have been lost. Second of all, can you buy a full premium lefty Golden Design Works caliber unless you're buying it from someone that doesn't want to sell it? So it was like, oh man, that makes me nervous. The last time I sent him stuff, I sent him separate. It was like one pack had an expensive knife in it. I put some insurance on it, and the other one was a little bit cheaper. And it just made me a little bit more comfortable. I'm not really a fan of that insurance thing, but you know, if I'm going to be sending somebody $400 or $500 package, that extra $5 gives me a little bit of comfort. Iowa AK, hey, I saw your unboxing last night for your advent calendar kit that you're getting. I'll be interested to see what else you get from there. And then you got that deer head back, looking cool. How many days were you out hunting last week? Were you there like a whole week? Calibers are gone. Waiting on the Golden to release the mini caliber. Yeah, exactly. They're gone. So you want to buy one, you have to find somebody who has one, who doesn't want to sell it, and then get them to sell it to you. Let alone somebody who has a lefty version. It was like, wow, not only am I about to lose a knife in the mail, I'm about to lose a knife that I can't replace. I'm stalking Iowa. Watch this video. Popped up in the feed. I'm like, hey, I know those two. Maybe we'll watch. It's that stony, crusty dude. What's going on, Brian? Nice little crowd. What's everybody got going on? When do we think TKE is going to start? I have plans. I have some things I want to do today. It's nice out. I don't know. I should just go ice fishing. Yeah. But I'll get out of here before TKE starts up. I don't need to jump on top of his. You know, what we'll do is right when I'm getting done, I'll just remind everyone, hey, go check out The Night's Edge. His normal live is 9:30 Central Time, and so it's 9:20 now. So yeah, especially the folks that I know, if they're doing lives or something, I try not to overlap or, you know, provide amazing content that would then obstruct their amazing content. No, definitely not. We're just chilling this morning. I was out 5 days last week with Buddy today. Just filled a buck tag and about an hour ago, going ice fishing tomorrow. Sounds great. Yep, I should go ice fishing. With it, it's here. It's here. Last year it was so not here that it like we're all sitting here like, oh, it's not here. I haven't gotten out at all. But I almost don't need to take the spud bar. I'm noticing that people are showing depths of ice, and it's looking pretty good. I will still bring out the spud bar. It's a big bar. It's got heavy weight, and so you jam it on the ice in front of you, and it's like 1 inch, 2 inch. Shows you how deep it is once you break through. And then if it's deep enough, then you take a few more steps. You do it again, and you kind of make your way out to the lake. It's kind of a safe way to make sure you're not stepping on thin ice that you will fall through. But we always got to be safe out there. Is the ice legit yet to walk on? It looks like there's 5 to 8 inches in a lot of places. I've seen pictures of people taking their snowmobiles out. We're going to walk out first couple times. We'll walk just to make sure. unless you see there's already vehicles out there. But then if you're not going directly towards them in a path that you've seen that they took and you go a different way, ice depths can change very easy. So it could be 4 or 6 inches here, it could be 2 inches right over there. So as you go out, you kind of check, drill a hole, pop a hole, see where it's at, and then move on. It is a fun time though, for sure. I will be doing some vertical lives or some lives. I guess the only ones I can do because it'll be on my phone because I'll be on location. But I definitely want to do some more of those. Maybe catch some fish live. I really want to go ice fishing. Did you say you were going to be going up north at some time this year? Yes, Dan Stan. I'll be willing to go up north just to meet up with you, just to go ice fishing specifically. But we have a couple plans to go up there a few times. I'd be glad to meet up with you. We bought an auger just for making holes, but chainsaws have always worked. I've seen it done. You ever done the hand? We have a hand auger, my buddies, where no motor. It's like you actually have the thing, and it's like you go like this until you get through, and it's real. As long as the ice is under 8 inches, it's early in the year, I'd be willing to punch one hole with a hand auger. But I have actually two now. I have an electric one and a gas one. My gas powered one is like from the 70s, an old Jiffy. It starts up and runs. It's nice, but it's loud and it's slow. The electric battery powered ones are the way to go these days. How big is that Kaiser Hawk? Most of the knives 3.3, almost never get anything 3.5. Sold, traded all your larger knives. All right, well, let's get a Kaiser Hawk. Sorry, I've got kind of a mess today. Brand new Kaiser Hawk M390 with DLC coating, drops shut. It's got the snap echo, so it is a detent post, not a detent ball. So you get this double click click. It doesn't always sound as good on video as it does in person. In person, it is fantastic. End to end, it is just under 8 inches. I'm sorry if I'm off camera there. Blade is just under 3.5. You could go 3.5 if you go from here to here or there, but it's basically a just under 3.5, a little closer to 3.25 inch blade and a 4.25 inch handle, Fred. You can hear it's like click, click, right? Oh, it's so fun. I am, this one is moving up in my enjoyability or my top knives. It's kind of, obviously with the M390 and the DLC coating, titanium, it's kind of a premium knife. These are going for $210 right now at Kaiser. If you're interested, definitely pick one up. If you want to use my link, use my link. I don't push the links too often, but I do have some links for a few companies. If you use those, I do get a little kickback. It does help out the channel. I use it to buy more knives and get more things for said channel. I don't really, a 7,000 subscriber channel like myself, we have a lot of fun. I spend a lot of time making a lot of content. I have over 2,300 uploads. But I have a full-time job. I'm happy with that job. This is just for funsies. I don't make too much money off of it, so I basically put all of it back in, buy more knives, get more fun things to check out for the channel like this. People ask about things like larger knives, or people have been asking about butterfly knives. What balisongs do I have? So I ordered a Squid Industries trainer. I should be getting that next week. I've always been kind of interested in it. And I do have a cheap crap, actual sharp butterfly knife. But I don't really do too much with it because it is sharp. You're not going to use that It's heavy. It's not designed for spinning really well. So I need it. I'll get that trainer. I'll actually start learning some tricks, having some fun with it. Shane going wild. You sell knives? What's the prices? That totally varies, Shane. I'm not like a retail or a dealer. I am a knife collector and customizationist. Is that a word? Customizationist? Sure. I do little customs like this. I did a blade swap and a pivot swap on this Lago. I do dies projects like this artisan cutlery where I did a fade die. Notice the top is light purple, and as I go like this, it gets darker and darker and darker and darker. So a nice fade dies. Just standard colored dies like the Civivi Vision FG. This was white and I dyed it red. I do laser marks on blades, and I don't have a single one in front of me to show you. I don't have anything. This is a little Gerber. It looked like this when I got it. I did a laser mark on the other side of this paisley print. I've been doing acid etching on blades. I do shipwrecks. So this was a piece of nice, smooth, clean brass, and then I put it in with some chemicals and did the shipwreck to it. So that's like a natural patina using like ammonia and salts and things like that. So I do these customs, and then someone's like, ooh, I really like that paisley print. How much you want for it? And then I'll sell that to them. So I do some mods. What do I do for work? It's funny, I was in the restaurant business. I went to school for art, got an art degree. I was going to teach. Ended up in the restaurant business to make money, serving, bartending, management, upper management. Was running some restaurants and stuff. Got into weddings, and I was doing high-end weddings, which was really great. And then COVID hit, and you couldn't have gatherings of people. So basically, my job didn't exist. So I didn't work for a while, and then I started a part-time job doing custom laser marking for high-end like medical equipment. And to me, it seemed like an artistic kind of job. I would get this little thing where I would get something like this, where it's like, oh, you have to put that mole sect on this part that goes in someone's spine or tibia plates or something like that. This is the mole sect jungle. And then I was only doing it part-time, just making a couple extra bucks because I wasn't working. And I ended up liking it. They offered me full-time with some benefits. And now I am a professional high-end medical equipment laser marking person. I love it. It's fun. It's not a factory job where you go in and I just put the same thing in the spot over and over again. It's like I could come in and one day I have 6 different projects, another day I have 8 different projects that weren't anything like the other 6 projects. You have to make fixtures, design stuff on SolidWorks, 3D print some things. It's fun. It's kind of like an artistic-y kind of a job, and I enjoy it. I do well. Like I said, I've got a good benefits and insurance and stuff like that. And it's been good. And then I do this for fun. I'm an artist, so I love collecting things. I love knives, but then I can now do customizations with them and then kind of share them. So in a way, I've kind of become an art teacher, sort of, but it's more of a I work and I learn, you learn, we learn together kind of a teaching thing. I love getting feedback from all the people, and I'm the first to admit, you can always learn more. I could be a professional and I've done 59 die projects, but doesn't mean that tomorrow someone might say, hey, have you ever tried this? And I'd be like, you know what? I haven't. Give it a go. So I'm always up for learning more and bouncing those ideas off of people. And I'm just having a blast with the channel. It is 9:30. For those of you who don't know, the Knight's Edge, he goes live around 9:30 on Saturdays. Good old Buck 119. So if you type in TKE, that might not work, but if you type in The Knight's Edge, you go check out his live. I'm at home. This is my house. I'm in my living room. This is my stack of sexy knives that I love and collect. Boom. Max Ace Goliath. But yeah, I will be live again soon. I post a video every single day, shorts every day. Standard lives Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, and then I do some of these verticals just here and there when I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to hang out with everyone. I love how when you were young, you could be a cop, firefighter, teacher, doctor, lawyer. No one ever said I could be a medical laser engraver, right? Dude, I was in management for 15 plus years, got burned out, quit working for a while. I lost like my 30s because I just worked way too much. And then I realized like life, you can't buy time. I want to spend more time. And so I tried to work a little bit less. And now I'm pretty happy. I'm doing well, having fun. If I have the signal, I may go live from ICE tomorrow. Excellent, Iowa. I'm definitely planning on doing that too. Anyway, go check out the Knight's Edge. If you have any interesting knives you want to talk about or whatever, get a hold of me on Instagram, KDKIN4K. That's KDK in 4K. If you're interested in something that maybe you want to pick something up, or if you just want to talk about stuff, or you want to tell me how I can switch my vertical to a mirrored image because I can't figure it out. But yeah, everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Stay sharp. Stu?